Here on this channel, I've gone through how to go from 0 all the way up to 100k. I've also gone through how to go from 0 all the way up to 500k. Now it's time to run you through how to go from 0 all the way up to 1 million coins in FIFA Ultimate Team. Before I do get into the video, if you enjoy the content here, make sure you hit that subscribe button and that notification bell. That way you'll be notified whenever a new upload is pushed. I also want to highlight that in the description down below, you will be able to find a link to the Discord server. If you're here to get the latest trading methods and the latest investments that you can make in Ultimate Team, over on Discord you can do it 10 times quicker. It's so much easier for me to push out a post of all the players I'm trading with and investing in rather than actually pushing out a video. So if you do want to catch all of those trades, a link to the Discord can be found in the description down below. Getting back into the video, 1 million coins is a lot of coins for any player to have. With this amount of money, you can buy amazing players which should help you win more games, and as a result, you'll be able to get even more coins. You could use 1 million coins to work on bigger and more profitable trading methods, which also should give you even more coins. If you really want, and despite not recommending any player to actually do this, if you really wanted to, you can use 1 million coins to do a 1 million coin pack opening. There's so many things that you can do with this amount of coins, and in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how you can achieve it. So when starting Ultimate Team, you will have to go through the tutorial. This is where you select your kits, your badges, and you see your starter team. Once you get into the Ultimate Team menus, you'll realize you have absolutely nothing. In the top left hand corner, it will say that you have 0 coins. To get things rolling, you will need to go into a match, and I always recommend going into squad battles. You play against AI and you get to select the difficulty. You play rivals or any other online games, you will come up against god teams, especially at this stage in FIFA. Once this match is over, you'll have anywhere between 400 to 1000 coins depending on what objectives you're able to complete at a time. And even though it's not a huge amount of coins, it is enough for you to start trading. At this stage in previous videos, I've told players to start bulk bidding or move on to the position change method. Unfortunately, at this time, it is slightly more difficult to do these methods. You're still able to make profit by going through these methods, it's just you're not able to make as much as what we were able to make previously. So instead of going to any of these trading methods, I recommend starting out by trading with silver players. This is a great introduction to trading. All you need to do is search rare silver players. You can also put a max bid and set it to the amount of coins you have. So if after your first game you have 400 coins, set the max bid to 400. If you're lucky enough to have 1000 coins, set the max bid to 1000. This just helps to find players in your price range. From here, all you need to do is go through the transfer market and look for players with bids on. Compare the player prices, look for the lowest buy now and bid accordingly so that you're getting them for lower than the lowest buy now and selling them for a quick profit. When listing the players, make sure you're undercutting the cheapest on the market so yours is the cheapest. And this is all you need to do. When you only have around 1000 coins, you're only going to be able to get 1 or 2 deals. It won't lead to you making millions of coins straight away. You will find deals with this method that will only give you a few hundred coins profit per player. But other times you'll find trades that are able to times your coins by 5, giving you thousands of coins on the trade that you've just made. These are the types of deals that you're trying to look for. As soon as you made profit on these players, you would then go through the method again. And if you did make a decent amount of profit in the previous trades that you made, you should be able to buy even more players the second time around. At this stage of FIFA, when you have absolutely nothing, instead of waiting around for these cards to sell, I would always recommend playing a game. That way you're making coins for every match that you play, anywhere between 400 to 1000 coins per match, whilst also making profit on the trades that you have on the transfer market. When that game has finished, you can head back over to the FIFA menu, see if any of your trades managed to sell. If they did sell, use those coins to buy even more players. And you will just go through this loop over and over again until you finally hit that 100k mark. Now, as briefly mentioned before we actually started talking about the silver trader method, we did briefly talk about bulk bidding. This method does still work, but at the moment with the current events within Ultimate Team, it only really works 1 day per week, and this is every Friday. For this trader method, you would search up one specific player, find their lowest buy now, take a couple hundred coins away, and bid on every card at that price range. It is one of the laziest methods you can do in FIFA, but at the time of recording this video, we have a major event being Team of the Season. Every week we get a new Team of the Season released at Friday at 6 PM. When this happens, there's an increase in the amount of players listed on the market. This is when bulk bidding can come in big. You'll be able to find players that have a minimum buy now of 1,400 and up, and you'll be able to buy these players anywhere between 600 to 650 coins, which is the minimum price you can bid on a rare gold player. This giving you a huge amount of profit. What makes this even better is you're able to get these deals every couple of seconds. I managed to make 250k in just a couple hours doing this method, back when the first team of the season was released. With the second team of the season being the Premier League, I managed to make over 100k, and this will carry on happening until team of the season is over. Any other day during the week, this method does not work. This is simply because of the limited supply of cards on the market and the amount of SBCs that are available requiring these cards. If you are watching this video after team of the season, you might be able to do this method more consistently throughout the week. It's just about finding the correct players. This method, even though you can only do it once a week, mixing this with the previous method should help you get to 100k very quickly. Now that you've hit that milestone, it's time to move on to bigger and better trading methods. The first method is the 1-2-3 method. This is by far my favorite search parameter in FIFA. It works all year round and on every other FIFA that has been released. For this, you just need to set the minimum bid at 10,000 coins, maximum bid at 20,000 coins, and minimum buy now at 30,000 coins. This will show all players that have bids between 10 to 20k but a buy now above 30k. Just like the silver method, go through the market and add those with bids onto your watch list. Don't add too many because you will only have 30 seconds to just a couple minutes to quickly search these player prices up. I always stick to 3 to 5 players on my watch list at once whilst doing this method. Whoever you add to the watch list, search their minimum buy now on the transfer market and bid on the players if there's room to make profit. If there's no room, just remove them and look for another player. One thing to bear in mind with this method is the 5% EA tax. Now EA tax goes across everything that you do in Ultimate Team. If you sell a player, EA will take 5% of the coins out of that trade. But when we're doing the silver method or the bulk bidding method, 5% of just a couple hundred coins is next to nothing. We're only talking about pennies there. But because with the 1-2-3 method we're looking at 20k and onwards, this is where it's going to get very expensive. EA will be taking at least 1,000 coins and you need to calculate this to also make profit as well. This is where things can get very expensive, so you must make sure you remember this. It's also worth mentioning that in this method I've had more luck with bidding on special cards rather than the rare gold players. It seems like rare golds at this price range always have more attention. I put bids in and instantly get outbidded. But with special cards, I'm able to put bids in a couple thousand coins below its lowest buy now, and I'm able to win those deals with no competition. So this is something to bear in mind. With the same amount of coins at 100k, you can also just search special cards. You don't actually need the 10,000 coins, 20,000 coins, and 30,000 coins search parameters. Instead, just set the quality and change the quality to every single special card. So you'll go through team of the weeks, team of the seasons, team of the years, icons, and just carry on going through. You search the market, go across the transfer list, find players with bids on, add them to your watch list, and see if there's room to make profit. These are such simple methods that anyone could use, but they still pay out big time where you can make thousands of coins on every single trade you do. With both of these methods, no matter which one you choose, do this until you get to around 250k. After 250k, you do want to carry on doing this method, but once you hit this milestone, we can actually start looking at some other areas in where you can make coins. And this is by investing. And there's 3 main ways in which you can invest as a beginner to Ultimate Team without it being too complicated. This is very low risk, but you can actually still have a very decent reward. The first way is the bronze pack method. The bronze pack method is the easiest and most entertaining way to invest in Ultimate Team. You simply go over to the store, spend 400 coins on bronze packs, and just keep on doing this. Inside the bronze pack, you'll have players that sell. If the buy now for that player is more than 200 coins, you should list them on the transfer market. If there's loads of bronze players with 150 bid, 200 coins buy now, you simply store that player to your club. But these bronze players are still useful. They can be used for SBCs, being silver upgrades to then gold upgrades to rare gold upgrades, which can then benefit you and your club, especially if you can get a decent player. The other way and more profitable way is if EA release an SBC that specifically requires one of those players that you managed to pack from the bronze pack. If that happens and there's huge amount of demand for that SBC from other players, you'll be able to sell that player for its maximum. They might even be extinct on the market. This is one of the easiest ways in which you can stack your club and use those players to sell on for later. The second way is slightly harder but even more profitable. You can invest into players on a weekly basis using the coins that you have already in your club. This is by looking at Team of the Week players, investing in players for marquee matchups, or looking at players for major EA events. Now with this one, unfortunately I can't actually tell you what to do. I can't tell you the specifics because I can't tell the future. I have talked about my investment strategies on a weekly basis with Team of the Week and marquee matchups. I'll leave a link to both of these videos in the description down below, as well as there'll be a card on screen right now which will take you directly to that video. But the best thing for you to do is to stay connected to the community. And you do this by following different content creators, preferably those that have success within trading and investing. These content creators will tell you the events that are coming up, and they'll also tell you what they're trading with and what they're investing with. You can take this information to find trades and investments for yourself, or you can copy them if you really want to. And then the third investment that you can do, and even though a lot of traders may tell you not to do this, but building a good team is always one on my list. Most traders will tell you to save your coins so that you can put them in other trades to make even more coins. But with that said, there are a lot of players that are very good at this game, and if you have a good team, it can take you even further within certain game modes. If you get all the way to the end of these game modes, you're able to make a lot of coins and get some pretty decent rewards. These rewards come from FUT champions, division rivals, and squad battles, and you can get lots of coins from this. So by investing in a good team, it will eventually pay for itself, especially if you are a player that goes through all three of these game modes. So I do recommend also building a pretty decent team. By making these investments, you are no longer just making coins from the trades that you make, but instead you're making coins from you trading, the SBCs that you're able to complete, and the matches that you're able to play. This will give you a huge bump in the amount of coins you're able to make on a daily, weekly, or even monthly basis. It's now just about rinse and repeating all of this. Do the methods that I told you to do at 100k, invest on a weekly basis into marquee matchups, Team of the Weeks, improve your teams, do the bronze pack method and store those bronze players to your club to use for SBCs. Keep all of this going and you will get to 1 million coins very quickly. I managed to create this FUT Fanatic account back in February, and by March I was already at 1 million coins, and I didn't spend a crazy amount of time on this game. Some of the methods that I was using back then no longer work and they have slightly changed, but we're still making a lot of coins on this account. There are trader methods out there that can give you a much bigger profit, such as 20k and onwards, but for most players you will never be taking the time to make these trades. For most of you guys watching this video, this is the roadmap on how you'll go from absolute nothing all the way to 1 million coins, without you having to be an insanely great player or one of those people that have to spend hours trading just to get their coins together. These are simple methods which do not take any time whatsoever. And it's also not the case of where we're just focusing on one area. We are looking at the whole of Ultimate Team. We're not just making coins from trading, we're making coins from trading, SBCs, and the matches. If you don't want to play matches, that's fine. You can still make coins from trading and SBCs. If you don't want to trade, that's also fine. You can make coins from SBCs and matches. If you are looking for a trading method to give a much bigger profit, we will be sharing more over the next couple of weeks. But anyway guys, thank you very much for watching. I hope you guys did enjoy. If you did enjoy, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. But for now, I'm going. So see ya.